Today I'd like to talk to you about Tinkercad. Tinkercad is a browser-based program where individuals can go to 3D design and model creations. It is free for all users and is very user-friendly, so even younger students can use it. I like to use it in my 5th grade computer science program. Let's talk about some of the basic functions that you can use in Tinkercad and what you can do with some shapes. Let's go ahead and look at the basic shapes. If you scroll down, you can see there are many shapes that you can work with. I want to go ahead and show you what you can do with a box. In order to do that, I'm going to need to drag and drop the box onto the work plane. The work plane is this grid area or your workspace. You can zoom in and zoom out of your workspace, and by right-clicking and holding it and moving your mouse, you can look all around the work plane. This comes in handy when you need to look at your design and the details to see if it's exactly how you'd like it. As you can see, I've highlighted the box here. As I highlight a shape, any shape, little squares will show up, and this makes it possible for you to change the shape of your choice. By clicking on one of these boxes, you can make your shape bigger, taller, skinnier, wider, and anything in between. As a shape is highlighted, some functions show up in the top left-hand corner. You can undo, delete, duplicate and repeat the shape, or simply just copy it. Let's go ahead and see what you can do with two shapes together. Let's drag and drop a cylinder onto the work plane. You can now see that we have two individual shapes on the work plane. But for some reason, maybe you want these shapes to be one shape together. That can be done by grouping them together. In order to do that, you need to highlight the shapes that you want grouped together. You can see at the top here, an option has come up to group these shapes. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we click that. You can now see that these two shapes are grouped together. This comes in handy when you want to group shapes for a certain shape that you can create when you put shapes together, or you can simply keep them in a group so that you don't lose shapes throughout your design. We have learned how to drag and drop shapes onto the work plane. We have learned how to view our shapes in different ways by right-clicking and moving the mouse. We also know how to undo a shape, delete, duplicate and repeat shapes, or simply copy them. This is Tinkercad in its most basic form.